Are you after a sturdy wallet that can take a hyper beam, look cute like a Gardevoir, and be slim like a Sudowoodo? Well, I got you covered. Introducing the Ridge Wallet. A slim, sexy way to carry around your cards and cash. I've used the Ridge Wallet for over 69 years now. The Ridge Wallet comes in a variety of styles to suit your everyday needs. These are some of the wallet styles I like the best, like the carbon fiber, the titanium, the gold. Really nice, cool designs to make you stand out. They also have some neat products to complement your wallet, like a bottle opener, pens, backpacks, charging, knives, you name it. You can get 10% off your purchase today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. Yes, that's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE. Link in the description of the video. Cheers, Ridge, for the channel sponsor. What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full amphibian Pokemon team. We're going to be doing 6 Pokemon based on amphibians, continuing the animal theme. What are amphibians? Amphibians are stuff like cold-blooded vertebrates with frogs, toads, salamanders, newts, and case closed. Now, I've got 2 battles today with the amphibian team, and I hope you enjoy. I'll be providing some cool little pictures alongside the Pokemon I put on the team too. Last time, people said they were pretty cool and they enjoyed that, so I thought I'd do that. Today, I'm actually back. I'll be back today from my mini little break, so this will be, I'm actually doing the videos on Saturday at the moment, so this will be the very last video I do in advance. So let's have a look at Poliwrath. It's based on basically a tadpole, and that's just a little picture of it there. So it's in the amphibian class. I'm going to be swapping Poliwrath out, and I'm going to be using it a little bit later on here because this Frillish is going to really warm me. Now, Quagsire is going to be the Pokemon to swap in. It is based on a giant Chinese salamander, and that looks absolutely disgusting. It's like crazy. So this is a choice banded set. We got Aqua Tail, we got Earthquake, we got Ice Punch, and Focus Punch. Under rare ability, choice band is the item, max health, max attack, nature. So in comes the Fruit Queen. I'm not sure if this is a theme team maybe, so if you do pick up on the theme team, let me know in the comment section as always. And I'm going to be swapping Quagsire right there because Quagsire is going to be fainting to an Absorb. We're going to go into Salazzle now. Now, Salazzle's interesting. This is based off a lizard or a gecko, and it's also like based off on it could be based off on it's like Hawaiian like lizard spirits. It's called like Mo-O or something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's like some mythology thing. So it's pretty interesting. So basically a lizard or a gecko. So we got a physical set here. We got Dragon Dance, Flare, Blitz, Gung Shot, and Dragon Claw. I've got Focus Sash as the item. Ability is going to be Oblivious, and we got max speed, max attack, nature. Like you really need to run adamant on the physical Salazzle because it virtually hits like a wet paper bag. So we're going to get a Dragon Dance Tubby. The Frillish is going to spin room right round, baby, and go for that trick. Now, it's going to get a Focus Sash, and I'm going to get a Choice Band. So it's actually really good. So I locked myself into Choice Band Dragon Claw, and that did quality damage there. Now, the Frillish is going to go for a Whirlpool here, trapping my Salazzle in and doing a fair bit of damage to me. Salazzle isn't exactly what you call the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. Now, also a question. If you think there's any other Pokemon that could have fitted on this team, let me know in the comment section too. I guess you could just base it off Sword and Shield. But if you want to say something that's outside of there too, I'm sure there's more than 6 amphibian Pokemon out there, So Salazzle's got one more Dragon Claw to take out Frillish, and that is the lights out for that. I'm trying to think out if this is a team at the moment. I think I've got an idea what it is. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be, we've had a Frillish, now we've got a Jellicent. So I'm going to go for Dragon Claw again, and that does pretty good damage to Jellicent. It's a 3-hit KO. Now it's going to go for the Brine, straight down the line, and Salazzle is going to be fainted. I mean, there's not a lot I could have done there. Salazzle was already below half health. So we got leftovers on the Jellicent too. Actually, I was thinking if I'd done a Frillish Evo team, and I have. I've done Frillish and the Jellicent. So next Pokemon is Salamence. So Salamence, of course, is based off a salamander. I guess you could say there's not too many salamanders with wings, but I thought this looked pretty close to salamander. It's like a blue spotted one. I don't know. Like, it's pretty cool. It's definitely got the body of a salamander. It's based off that, but of course, just forget about the wings. So anyway, we're going to go for this pretty cool salamander. Now, this was actually a moveset inspired on one of my random egg videos. So I think it was called Big Daddy Pump or something like that, because it had Hydro Pump. So I've got, Big Papa Pump. So it's Rain Dance, Hydro Pump, Hurricane, and Dragon Pulse. Ability is going to be to Intimidate, and Mystic Water is going to be the hold item to keep things a little bit wet. Now, we've got Max Speed, Max Special Attack, and Timid Nature. So that's going to be lights out for the Frillish. So excellent work so far. I did get burned, but that doesn't really matter. I've got a special set. Next Pokemon is going to be Goldeen. So Goldeen, I can hit pretty hard with the Hurricane. Hurricane sadly is going to miss. I thought it might have a troll move like Horn Drill, but it's got Ice Beam. You wouldn't read about it. And that almost dropped my Salamence at one shot there. That was a nasty Ice Beam. So one more attack will take out my Salamence. It missed again with Hurricane. And Goldeen is going to defeat Salamence only on PIMPNITE Channel, people. It happens, right? It just happens. So Salamence are going to faint there in a salty rage. Now, I still got 4 more Pokemon left, so it's all good. We're going to go back into Quagsire, which I explained was based on the Chinese giant salamander. And it's going to go for a flip turn there. So flipping off my Quagsire. Very, very rude. Now, the next Pokemon to come is going to be Fruit Crown. It's like, you know what? I'm going to do an unexpected thing. Unexpected thing. I'm going to keep Quagsire in. I don't think they'll expect me to keep it in, but they ended up going for a grass move here anyway, and Quagsire is going to get absolutely dominated. I thought it might be interesting to keep it in there, something unsuspecting, and maybe they predict another Pokemon to come in, but it is what it is. I guess a lot of my Pokemon were kind of weak to grass too. So we're going to bring in Poliwrath here. Poliwrath, we've already established as based on Frog and Tadpole and stuff like that. And we're going to go for Dynamax Poliwrath. Oh, I didn't actually get to explain what this moveset was. So this is a Mind Reader, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, Focus Mist set. Ability is going to be Swift Swim, and we got the item as Bright Powder. Now I've got Max Health and Max Special Attack, and when I've got the rain up with Swift Swim, it's very, very fast. So it's bulky and it hits hard at the same time. I thought it'd be fun to use a special set to get some pretty cool special moves. And, you know, Hydro Pump is pretty powerful in the rain, and Focus Mist, when it lands, it's alright too. So Serena's going to go for a Zen Headbutt there. That's not really going to do a lot to Poliwrath. And now I can fire a big Blizzard or a Max Household at the Fruit Queen, and that is going to faint. That's good, because that was a very, very threatening Pokemon right there. I'm trying to think back to the battle that I was having. Like this, I did this battle. In fact, I'll say I didn't swap out the Quagsire because I had a lot of water-type Pokemon left. I didn't have a choice. Just thinking back right now, I had no choice because I had I had only water-type Pokemon left, so I was choiceless. So we got the Nidoqueen coming in here. This is actually a pretty good Pokemon, diverse by Poliwrath with. I can also go for a Max Geyser here. That'll do a fair bit of damage. Now, Nidoqueen might be able to boost its special attack if it does have Max Zeus. I don't know what sort of moveset this is even going to be, but you know, I'm sure I'll find out. I know that I won't one-shot Nidoqueen. It's going to have, be far too bulky. But anyway, it's going to be going for its Max Uzi, like I sort of thought that was going to happen. That's not going to do a lot of damage to Poliwrath, but I need to actually take this Pokemon out because it's going to get a fair bit of boost. It's also got Life Orb too, so it's obviously going to be a sheer force set. So we're going to fire that Max Geyser right out of that little hypnotic stomach it's got there, and that's very good damage. So that's a 2-hit KO. I'm pretty proud of that damage. So I can go for another attacking move and hopefully take out Nidoqueen here. It depends whether Nidoqueen can fake me next turn. I mean, I do have another turn of Dynamax left too, so I can go for Max Geyser here. That'll take out Nidoqueen, but Nidoqueen unfortunately went for a Max Guard. I guess they thought, well, you know, Poliwrath's going to fake me this turn. I don't think I'm going to fake with Maxus. How about we stall out the final turn of Poliwrath's Dynamax there? So now I'm very, very vulnerable to getting one shot. So go for the Hydro up there, and Nidoqueen is going to faint. So that was really, really cool. I managed to actually land that attack. I was a little bit worried that I was going to miss that, so thank goodness I didn't. I'd be almost as salty as that Salamence. Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be the Goldeen. We see this from earlier on. We know it's got Flip Turn. We know it's got Ice Beam. And I managed to connect a Focus Mist here on Goldeen. It's like, I doubt this will live. And, wait. Oh, it's going to Focus Sash. I thought it lived on 1 health without a Focus Sash. Like, these things happen to me, people. So now Goldeen's going to go for a Mud Shot. That's pretty cool. It's going to wait to hit an Electric-type Pokemon. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is going to drop my speed. I'm going to go for a Disrespect Hydro Pump here. And that is going to be the end of the Goldeen. So bye-bye, Goldeen. Now, there's one more Pokemon left on their team turn. I've still got I've still got 3-2. So the rain is going to stop there. So that's the end of my speed advantage. And the last Pokemon's going to be Vespiquen. So I've seen quite a few Vespiquens lately. So Vespiquen is going to be able to outspeed me, and it does have Air Slash. So that's going to be hitting me very hard, taking out my Poliwrath. Now, I'm just looking at my amphibians. I've got 2 more left. So we got Politoed. So obviously Politoed is based on a big, old, ugly, disgusting toad. So in Australia, we've got this, we've got cane toads. They're like considered a pest. I guess you could say it's based on like tadpole and toad. That's that, that sort of thing. But there we go. We got a Belly Drum, Dynamic Punch, a Mega Kick, and Dive Set. I tried to give it moves that weren't very accurate, and I just gave it Dive as a troll move. So we're going to go for Belly Drum here, and hopefully this will be enough to take it out. I want to go for a Belly Drum Dive. So I've got the rain up here. Now it's going to go for an attack order on my Politoed, and I thought I'd be able to deliver Air Sash, but I'm like, nah, I'm not going to deliver an attack order. Like, it was a mixed attacker, so Politoed's also going to get critted. Didn't matter, it possibly did. So last Pokemon is going to be Swampert. So the Swampert line, like Mudkip and stuff like that, it's all based on like an Axolotl. So there you go. That's pretty much covers why my team were all amphibians. So pretty cool. I think you can have Axolotls as like, can you have Axolotls as little pets? Maybe someone's got them. I imagine you can have them. You have to have the right environment and stuff like that. Like I've had like reptiles and stuff, and you have to have like little what do you call it? Not sprinklers. They're like these little, the name escapes me. Like they spray water out in little intervals. Like it's on a timer. They're like a mister. There you go. Yeah, mist them, and keeps the humidity and levels up and stuff like that. But that was enough to take out the last Pokemon there with the Swampert, and that is GG. I managed to take it out with the Swampert and Surf. Let's get on to battle number 2. Pretty cool team there wearing. And let's go for this one. This is a battle against Ty, and we've got a Kabutops lead. Kabutops looks very pickle color. I don't know if I like that. Speaking of which, we got Poliwrath. You know what? I want to say that Poliwrath looks more than a pickle. Like Kabutops sort of looks like a radioactive pickle that's very radioactive. So I could go for Mind Reader here. I was like, let's go for Mind Reader. I'll go for a Focus Miss. Now, Kabutops is going to slide out of this matchup, and Center Scorch is going to slither right in. So I'm going to go for the Mind Reader here. I can actually go for Mind Reader Hydro Pump. That's going to be pretty good. I don't know if it's interesting to actually swap this in. Like, they must have some sort of super effective move here. Like, what are they going to do? So wait for the Hydro Pump. I'm going to be going first here, and we're going to fire that 100% actually, Hydro Pump at the Center Scorch. So good damage doesn't take it out, though. I almost want to say it was Assault Vest, but then it used Will-O-Wisp. I'm like, okay, it's got a fair bit of bulk to it. So it must be running at least max health. So I'm guessing they swapped it into Burn Poliwrath. I think I was going to be running a physical set. So go for a double Hydro Pump here. The good thing about it, the second one actually lands, which is great. And that's going to be the end of that. So that's a good start to the battle there. Now, if Kabutops does come back in, I can opt to go for a Focus Miss. Or I've got to be like, well, I could go for the Mind Reader and then try that. But no, the Octillery came in instead. So we're going to go for Mind Reader, and we're going to do exactly the same thing, except it's not going to be super effective against the Octillery. Now, Octillery is going to fire some Bullet Seeds out there, and it's doing all right damage, but it's going to have to hit me a lot of times. Like, that's 2 hits. Like, it's going to need at least 5 hits, and they only get 2, which is very, very bad. Not very much damage there at all. So, going to take some burn damage, and now Octillery's got the Moody ability. That's going to be boosting attack by 1 stage. I'm like, okay. Now, if that uses Bullet Seed again, that's going to be no joke. That's going to be hitting me like a lot harder. So hopefully this will do at least a lot of damage. So Octillery takes that rather well. It's kind of bad there. I thought it'd do a little bit more of that. And now, as you can see, Bullet Seed is doing way more damage than it did before. Like even with just that 1 stage. And Poliwrath only gets hit twice again. But since I'm burned, it's going to just fake me there. So I was sort of unlucky only getting 2 hits on Octillery, but the good thing here was I was burned, so it did feign that. So that's a pretty good performance there by Poliwrath. Now Octillery is going to get another Moody boost. It's going to get a defense rise, and it's going to get a drop in its speed. So that's good. So at least it's not going to be like super, super speedy. Next Pokemon is going to be Salamence. Now, Salamence is going to drop that attack there with Intimidate, getting rid of that attack boost that it got earlier on before. So, firstly, what I'm going to do with the Salamence, I'd like to set up the, I quite like to set up the Rain Dance here. So that sort of sets up my other moves like Hydro Pump and Hurricane. Now, this is pretty cool. So, Octillery went for a Soak there, changing Salamence into a Water type. Like, This is pretty cool. I've got Stab Hydro Pump. That's going to be pretty powerful in the rain. I've already set the rain up. So the Salamence set I already said was Mystic Water. I was actually going to go for Damp Rock, but I kind of went against it because I already had that Politoed. That Politoed was like a wide lens set. I was thinking about running Damp Rock on that, but I turned out not to. So Artillery's going to go down to a Hurricane, and in comes the Kabutops. So I can go for a Stab Hydro Pump in the rain with a Mystic Water. That's going to do a lot of damage, and I've also got max fresh attack. So go for that Hydro Pump in the rain there, and it lands, which is very good. And Kabutop's special defense, well, let's just put it this way. It isn't really the greatest in the world, and it's going to get dominated. So the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Noivern. So with the Noivern, I do have Dragon Pulse, but I know that Dragon Pulse, won't one-shot this thing. It's like Salamence's special attack is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's nothing like super, super incredible. So we got a Air Cutter Noivern here, which is pretty cool. Actually, we got the same, almost the same shade of green on both of these shinies. So go for Dragon Pulse. That's easily a 2-hit KO. This Noivern, even with a crit, I don't think it's going to take Salamence out here. So I just went for the Dragon Pulse again. Here comes another Air Cutter, and that one I don't think crit. No, that one didn't crit. So a crit would have taken me out, so they would have needed another crit. So Noivern is going to feint to my second Dragon Pulse, and Salamence is tearing through these next couple of Pokemon here. So my opponent only has one more left. There was one Pokemon I was a little bit worried about because it can be quite tanky or very, very offensive too, and that is Mewtwo, and there's another Pokemon too. So I was wondering what this Mewtwo set would actually be. So I'm on my last little bit of health. I was like, well, I'll just go for Hurricane. Let's go for a Confusion, right? Now, Mewtwo's going to go for a nasty plot, which is going to be very nasty. So it depends what sort of move that Mewtwo has got too. And my opponent also hasn't Dynamaxed either. That's another thing. So Hurricane, well, it doesn't really do a lot of damage there. I guess I did lose Stab after all. And Mewtwo's going to finish me off with a Confusion. It's a nasty pot Confusion Mewtwo. Now, Mewtwo does have a huge special attack, so, Confusion will still be hitting fairly hard. So we're going to go into Salazzle here. I mean, I could go for a D-Dance, but I'm a little bit scared I might get outspeed because I am running Adamant Nature. So I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz and go for it. Gung Shot's probably going to miss knowing my luck. So Mewtwo goes for a Confusion and puts me on my Focus Sash there. If I didn't have Focus Sash, I would have got one-shotted by Confusion. I mean, you're not going to hear that statement anywhere else, people, only on Pinpoint Show. So go for that Flare Blitz there. Almost taking out Mewtwo. Pretty solid performance there. And Salazzle is going to be fainting. So now I've suddenly lost, half my team. We're going to be going into Politoed now. Now, I should be able to finish this Mewtwo off with a good kick, a swift kick in the face with a Mega Kick. Politoed's got some pretty nice special defense too. So we've got Mega Kick or Belly Drum. I was really thinking about going for Belly Drum here, but well, since Mewtwo's got a lot of special attack, I don't think I'm going to leave I don't want to lose to Confusion. So here comes the Confusion. Like, okay, let's see how much it actually does to me, right? Look at the damage it does. That's crazy. So I went for the Mega Kick here. I kicked that Mewtwo right in the face, and that is the end of Mewtwo. So good thing I didn't go for Belly Drum because, Confusion Mewtwo would have absolutely destroyed me. That would have been pretty, imagine that was Psychic Terrain on the field too. That would have been doing lots of damage. Last Pokemon is going to be Necrozma. And it's shiny too. I don't mind shiny Necrozma. I like, actually that's a question. I like Ultra Necrozma. Do you think we'll actually get Ultra Necrozma back in the game? Like, that's really curious where they're going to get. I guess if we get a Necrozma back in the game, we get a chance of doing that. But damn, that was a broken Pokemon. So Necrozma's going to hit itself with Confusion. I somehow managed to get a Dynamic Punch off there, which is amazing. But I'm a little bit worried here because I'm not going to be doing lots of damage, and it's not like I can go for a Belly Drum either. So I'm just going to hide underneath the water and go for Dive. And now the problems actually start here with Necrozma because it's going to go for a Cosmic Power. It's like, oh man, this thing is stupidly tanky already, and I'm going to hit this with a very, very powerful move. It's also got leftovers too. If it get its health back, it's going to have Prism Armor and stuff like that, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm going to go for the Dive here. Dive does alright damage, but it's Dive coming from a physical Politoed with no stat boost whatsoever. So now Necrozma is going to go for a second Cosmic Power, and yeah, this is a very big problem. I don't have a status. It's not like I got Toxic or something like that, or a one-hit KO move. I need something very, very powerful to even do some damage to this. So I'm just gonna let this thing faint me. There's not really I can do. I wait for Mega Kick, and it's gonna snap out of Confusion and go for a Charge Beam. So okay, it's got Cosmic Power and Charge Beam. Now, you'd have to assume this has some sort of recovery. Maybe it doesn't. I could be wrong. And some other, I'd say it's got a Psychic type move. So that's what I was thinking. You know, Cosmic Power, you know, Charge Beam, Psychic type move, maybe. Maybe it stays with, you know, maybe it doesn't have one. You never know. Maybe it doesn't have one. It's got enough bulk to probably live one. So the Drizzle's going to stop. What I'm going to do is go into Swampert, and hopefully it goes for Charge Beam again so it won't attack me. That was the, you know, that was the plan anyway. So it's going to go for Charge Beam. Like, okay, that's cool. Let's see if I can find out what the other attacking move the Necrozma has, because I know that it's got another one. I'm sure it just wouldn't have Charge Beam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do two things at once. I'm going to sacrifice a Politoed, get the Drizzle to go again for 5 turns, and I'm going to find out what this other, you know, mysterious move is going to be. So we're going to set that Drizzle up again. In some ways, it would have been probably better to have Dart Rock, but I went for Wide Lens with Dynamo Punch. I thought it was, like, you know, more fun. So here comes Prismatic Laser. I'm like, okay, that's a good swapping, because Politoed, you know, it's going to faint anyway. So it's going to be on recharge this turn, but I don't know what I could do. I've got Swampert left. I was thinking to myself, like, I could put in Swampert, and I could go for Dynamax Max Ooze coming off Sludge Wave. That's really all I can do. Then I could go for, like, Surf or Max Geyser. I don't know, like, my options were, yeah, they were pretty limited at the moment, to say the least. Like, and I'd only, like, I think I had Quagsire left there too at the choice band, so I didn't have any really way to boost Quagsire's attack apart from going for Max Knuckle, and I'd rather get some damage off with Max Ooze and not, like, a not very effective attack. Like, I could get maybe, you know, 2 Max Oozes off and then go for, like, a Max Geyser, something along those lines. But my opponent yet has not Dynamax either, so you got to assume the Necrozma is going to be the Dynamax Pokemon. And you people know how bulky Dynamax Necrozma is. It's an absolute nightmare. So it's so tanky. So Necrozma's going to get more of its health back. Also, I believe this is some sort of theme team as well. If you can guess what it is, please let me know in the comment section of the video. Just let me know. I'd like to see if people could actually guess the team. So here we go, people. This is going to be so tanky. Like, this thing's got, like, what, 2 Cosmic Powers up? And even without Cosmic Powers, it's very bulky already. I like Necrozma's, like, little rainbow eye looking thing. Looks cool. So it's going to go for a Max Mindstorm. That is coming off Prismatic Laser, and that's doing a lot of damage on my Swampert. That's doing, like, loads and loads of damage. So now the Psychic Terrain is down on the field. The next move is going to hit very hard too. So Swampert's going to go for Max Geyser here. It looks pretty cool when it does Max Geyser, but it's not really doing a lot. Like, since it's got that Cosmic Powers up. If it didn't have Cosmic Powers up, that would be doing a fair bit, you know. Like, the next one would, you know, most certainly take it out. So the Necrozma's going to go for a Max Guard here. I actually went for a Max Guard this turn too. I was trying to stall out the last little bit of, you know, Dynamax there, because I didn't really want to get hit by a Max Mindstorm with my Quagsire. Like, I've got no choice now. Swampert will get hit by this, and it's not like I've got a, you know, Assault Vest to fall back on it. So it's got +1 in special attack. Swampert is not going to live that one with the, you know, Psychic Terrain, +1 in special attack. You know, very powerful. So the rain is going to actually stop here. My last Pokemon is going to be Quagsire. This is my choice band, it says. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to outspeed Necrozma, and like, my best move would be Earthquake. That's about it. That's if I'm even able to outspeed it. It's going to outspeed me and go for a Prismatic Laser. No way Quagsire is living that one. And that, my friends, is the second battle of the Amphibian Pokemon team. Hope you enjoyed both these battles. I'll be back with a new narration probably tomorrow. Peace out, people.